everyone, I'm Daniel and this is Clay, and welcome back to Video Game Book Club's Mega March.
Yes, today we are doing our second video for Mega March, and that is Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo, which is the first and only numbered game in the series on that console.
What about Mega Man X?
Mega Man X was a completely different series.
But X is a 10.
X is a different game.
Mega Man 7 is VII, and Mega Man 10 is Mega Man X.
No, Mega Man X is a different series that came out before Mega Man 7.
They made Mega Man 10 before they made Mega Man 7?
No, they made Mega Man X before 7.
Whatever.
Let's just play Mega Man 7.
Or not. Let's play.
You've seen Mega Man defeat Dr. Wily's 8 robot masters and escape before. In fact, if you watched our Wily Wars video, or our previous review of Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, then you've seen it happen 6 times now.
With slight variations, Capcom hasn't always kept the franchise fresh, but the core gameplay itself has always stayed strong. With the move to the Super Nintendo, and after the creation of the Mega Man X series, Capcom brought us the 7th numbered Mega Man with 8 new robot masters, a ton of Wily Tower bosses, and quite possibly the hardest version of the Evil Doctor wrapped in 16-bit goodness. Something we can both agree on is the jump from 8-bit to 16-bit treated Mega Man very well. Mega Man looks fantastic and the animation details are top-notch. With more fluid animation, Mega Man 7 feels much more responsive than any of the previous 6 games to me, as a more casual player. For the first time, all jokes aside, I actually feel like I have good control of the character, and I can't help but feel like the updated graphical style and animation techniques played a huge role in me being able to play further into a traditional Mega Man game than ever.
While the graphics are a huge step up, the music is fairly stagnant. One huge disappointment is that unlike previous installments, all of the Robot Masters share one boss theme, instead of having something unique. Some of the best Mega Man tunes in franchise history are the songs that play during the different Robot Masters, and for whatever reason, this trend did not continue in Mega Man 7. The game did face a truncated development time of 3 months, which may explain the absence of the themes, as well as the shorter than normal levels. But it is still a bummer that they are missing. The use of short cutscenes during plot points is fun, as it gives the characters some much needed fleshing out, and is used to introduce some new characters. The museum level is also a nice addition to the game, as it details the story even further, and shows us what some of our favorite NES Robot Masters would look like on the Super Nintendo.
Why is that guy wearing a box?
That's Heat Man from Mega Man 2. A true highlight of the Mega Man series.
But why is he wearing a box?
His design is based off of a Zippo lighter.
But why is he wearing a box? Mega Man 7 feels much more like the rush job that it is than the coming of the main series to the next generation. Building on what had been learned from Mega Man X, you would think that the series' first numbered entry would be a stronger title. And while there isn't really anything wrong with Mega Man 7, there also isn't a whole lot that stands out. Shorter than normal levels make the game seem much more brief than most main series titles.
We do get 2 important new additions to the Mega Man universe. Bass and his trusty dog Treble. While we won't get into them much right now, their designs are both interesting and unique, which is a good thing since we will be seeing more of them.
Okay, I think they get it. Mega Man 7 looks nice. But how does it play?
Gameplay-wise, there is little variation from the previous entries. Returning moves include Mega Man's Charge Shot, which originally debuted in Mega Man 4, Mega Man's Slide ability, which originated in Mega Man 3, as well as Rush, Mega Man's trusty robot pup that also first debuted in Mega Man 3. Rush returns with his trusty Rush Coil, which can be used to reach higher ledges, as well as Rush Jet, which can be ridden on like an actual hoverboard. Sorry everyone out there buying those fire hazard mini Segway things, they are not hoverboards, but Rush is. Sorry.
New to Rush's repertoire is Rush Search, which can be used to have Rush dig and look for useful items. Most of the time you'll just find garbage, but there are specific locations that can reward you with Mega Bolts worth 100 regular bolts, a Mega Life piece, as well as the return of the incredible useful Energy Rebalancer.
Rush can also once again fuse with Mega Man, but instead of choosing between Power Mega Man and Jet Mega Man like you do in Mega Man 6, this time the Rush adapter transforms the Blue Bomber into Super Mega Man, with the combination of Power Mega Man's Rocket Punch and Jet Mega Man's Jetpack. This is an incredibly useful ability. Super Mega Man's suit does not use up energy, so it can be used indefinitely, unless you need to slide. You still can't slide. Apparently the suit's just like too heavy or something. I don't know, Proto Man said it.
There's an item store run by newcomer Otto, who will use the bolts you earn during the Robot Master stages to create useful items. These items range from energy tanks and weapon tanks that restore your health and special weapon energy respectively, to various power-ups, including some of the upgrades for Rush, as well as the energy rebalancer if you want to have Otto create it instead of finding it using Rush Search.
One item that you can see in Otto's store, but you cannot purchase it until later, are Beat uses. Beat returns again, but this time instead of attacking Mega Man's foes, Beat will save Mega Man when he fails a jump and falls into a pit. Hey Daniel! This item is right up your alley. Well, if you could get to the second set of Robot Masters and unlock him, that is.
I can do it. I believe in myself. I can do... Damn it. And one last returning character is Proto Man. I actually really like Proto Man's design. He looks way cooler than Mega Man with that sweet cape and shield. Proto Man is located in 3 hidden rooms throughout the Robot Masters levels. Find him in 2 of the levels to get hints from your older brother, and then again in the 3rd for a fight against him. This is a really tough fight, but if you best Proto Man, he gifts you with his trademark shield. This is an equipable that can be used to deflect some projectile weapons, but takes away Mega Man's run and gun ability.
Instead of having access to all 8 Robot Masters at the beginning, you were limited to 4. Burst Man, Junk Man, Freeze Man, and Cloud Man. Once you finish up the first 4, you are taken to the Robot Museum level, with a boss fight against a new character, Mash, and then served up your second helping of Robot Masters, Slash Man, Turbo Man, Spring Man, and Shade Man.
Wait. Spring Man? He's literally just made of springs. Is this the caliber of creativity from the people who brought us this same game 7 times now?
Whoa, slow down there, Daniel. I mean, I know you're not a huge fan, but the boss gimmicks are really integral to the whole Mega Man experience. You see, traditionally in Mega Man games, you are given the choice of which boss you want to fight and in what order. This gives you a sense of discovery when you find a boss that you can defeat. Then use your newly earned weapon to defeat whatever boss is weak to your new power. But you have to figure that out on your own. Just because you can't earn a boss's power, let alone get to the boss's room, doesn't mean that slightly more skilled players, like myself, and most 8-year-olds don't enjoy the challenge and precision that Mega Man demands.
I'll have you know, I finally jumped over 2 gaps in a row. Anyway, after the 8 Robot Masters, you once again tackle the 4 levels of Wily Tower. This time, however, you get sent back to the menu after each level, so you have a chance to purchase more items. This makes the towers much easier, although the last level, with the always re-recurring boss rush of the 8 Robot Masters, followed up by Dr. Wily, still takes a lot of skill.
Well, talking about skill, Daniel, how's your playthrough going?
Ha! Joke's on you, I got to the first boss, and I'm gonna take him out!
That's actually just a mid-boss, not really a Robot Master.
Oh really? Spoilers? I bet no one can guess what the story is. No one will ever figure out what the hell happens in the 7th Mega Man game, because the first 6 had such unique and gripping stories. I mean, who can forget the epic tale that is Boxman, who for some reason shoots fire even though he's literally made of kindling?
Oh, are you done yet?
Fine. You want story spoilers? Here they are. Mega Man defeats 8 Robot Masters and then fights Dr. Wily, who gets away because Mega Man has to fight 8 Robot Masters and Dr. Wily in Mega Man 8.
There's a little bit more to it than that, Daniel. The year is 20XX, and following directly after the events of Mega Man 6, Dr. Wily has finally been apprehended and set in jail to pay for his crimes against humanity and robots alike. Of course, Dr. Wily had a contingency plan in case Mega Man ever did lock him up. He had 4 robot masters set to wake up if they don't hear from him after 6 months.
Oh, it's like Dr. Gero! Does this mean Junkman's gonna brutally murder Dr. Wily when he snatches the controller remote away?
No. And it's not really like that. But the 4 robot masters do break Wily out of the clink after raising an army and destroying the city he is held in. Mega Man, Roll, and newcomer Otto cruise up to find the devastated city and gives chase, but is stopped by Bass and Treble. After a fight that isn't really even a fight, Bass tells Mega Man that they are totally on the same side and they are also chasing Wily. This scene definitely seems a little bit odd to me. I mean, here's this new robot guy who came down with his awesome robot dog who's cooler than Rush and then shoots me. But then he says, "Nah, we are totes friends."
Bass and Treble head out after the fight, but at least you know you have some new friends out there. You now go on to fight the first 4 robot masters, and upon their defeat, you go to the Robot Museum that houses the defeated corpses of your foes from previous titles, where you'll find Dr. Wily recovering Gutsman's remains. Dr. Wily escapes with his prize, and you fight a giant clown bot named Mash, who tries to, well, mash you. This is a really cool fight. The damaged Mash, you must knock off his head, then shoot it while it lays on the ground, until Mash reattaches it. A nice mechanic that's a lot different than the other game bosses, and a very quick level that helps break up the game in chunks and increase the pacing for the story.
After this, you are served up the next 4 robot masters, and you will eventually see a short scene where you find an injured Bass who you send back to Dr. Light for repairs. Once you finish the last robot master, you return to Dr. Light to find that Bass has wrecked the lab and stolen new parts that Dr. Light was working on. Dr. Wily appears on your screen to inform Mega Man that Bass and Treble are actually his creations and have been working for him all along. You begin your assault on Wily Tower, defeating Bass and Treble and a whole slew of other bosses until you finally get to Dr. Wily himself and defeat him for the 7th time. He does his normal begging for mercy routine, but Mega Man isn't having any of this shit. Mega Man readies his Mega Buster to finally give Wily what he deserves.
Oh, this is getting good.
Only at the last second, after Mega Man hesitates, Bass comes and saves Dr. Wily, and they live to fight another day.
Of course that's what happens. Mega Man 7 is a good entry on the SNES and a nice look at what Capcom can do with the 16-bit graphics in the Mega Man universe. However, for them to have abandoned 6 to move on to the Super Nintendo, I would have expected a little bit more than what we got.
The levels are unique as always for a Mega Man title, but to me lacked any sort of real depth or challenge. Sure, parts of them were difficult at times and dying is always inevitable, but the short length of levels cancels all of that out.
Not only that, the difficulty spikes tremendously at the end. Just in case you click to skip the story spoilers, we won't repeat who you fight. Just know that up until the end, you have it pretty easy.
Considering all the elements of Mega Man 7 combined, we have to say that this is one title you can just
backlog. That's right, we do agree that this is a game you should eventually play, but it truly isn't anything too special. There are better Mega Man games out there, and those won't run you nearly $190 for a legitimate loose copy.
And that was Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo. It's definitely not the worst Mega Man game, but it's also not really the best Mega Man game either.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed my time with it for the first time with a numbered entry into the series. If you like this video, please like and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done that. We'd also really appreciate if you share this video out there with your friends or wherever you share videos to get the word out for Mega March, because we still have a lot of March to go.
Oh yeah, and a lot of good Mega Man games coming up too.
Yeah, if you want to see a good Mega Man game, I'll show you one next week.
It better be really good.
It's not one of these crappy side-scroller games, I'll tell you that. We forgot to tell them about the fighting game that's built into Mega Man 7 when you beat the game!
It sucks!